Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today we are doing something completely different. We are in Chicago. In fact, we're in our hub in Midway, Chicago. And today we're going to do a little bit of a tour of the Chicago CBD because I have downloaded the Chicago scenery from the marketplace. And we're going to do a low and slow little tour of the CBD in the Chicago area. And I've got to tell you, it looks fantastic. Look at the scenery here. See, way out on the horizon, you can see the CBD, the main business area of Chicago. Doesn't that look fantastic? I've put the scenery on clear, so there are no clouds, nothing blocking our views today. We're going to check out the frame rate as we can fly around and see every building and house and skyscraper and everything there is in Chicago. We can see it on our simulator today, and we're going to see if it actually slows down our frame rate. Now, to take this trip low and slow, we're not going to be in the 737, of course. We're going to be in our beautiful Jet Airways Banderanti. Now, I love this little plane. It is good for doing little city tours. So we're going to start up a little branch of Jet Airways called City Tours. And all we're going to do in this branch of Jet Airways is fly around sightseeing. Okay, so if you have a little plane in your fleet, your favorite little plane, well, brush the cobwebs off it, wheel it out of the hangar, and start doing a few little sightseeing trips for Jet Airways. Maybe you have your favorite little city or airport or part of the world, mountain ranges or wherever it is. Start jacking up some sightseeing tours for Jet Airways and give your flying a little bit of meaning. And this means we're going to be low and slow, and we're going to be really making the most and really taking in the quality and the awesomeness of the scenery that is in Microsoft Flight Simulator. No one does it better than Microsoft Flight Simulator when it comes to that scenery that is accurate and actually as close as to real as it actually gets in any simulator at the moment. So we're going to appreciate the beauty of Chicago today in this beautiful little Jet Airways Banderanti. So, if you want to fly for Jet Airways, get out your favorite little plane, start doing some little city sightseeing tours. Now, I haven't flown this for a little while. I may be a little bit rusty, so just bear with me a little bit. I think I'm just going to do some manual flying by dead reckoning. I don't think we're going to put in a flight plan. We're just going to manually fly over and buzz around Chicago and just have a look and admire the scenery. Okay, we've got this tablet here, which is absolutely beautiful. Even the PMDG planes don't have a lovely tablet like this at the moment in their 737s. We've got engine covers off, pilot covers off, all the main doors and everything are closed. So that is good. Let's have a look outside. Yeah, we've got our cones out there. We've got our blocks on the wheels. So we are looking good. We're going to have a go at starting this baby up. Haven't done it for a while, I have to say. I may be rusty. So we're not going to use our autopilot or anything today. We're going to manually fly the plane. Let's take the throttles up to about there. RPMs. Let's take those up about there, about mid-range. I might be doing this wrong. I need to do a little bit of study and a little bit of research on this plane to actually figure out how to do everything properly. That would be a good idea, and I probably should have done that before I made this video. But however. Right, so let's get our main battery power on. Rotating light. Do we have a rotating light? I vaguely remember we do somewhere. Navigation light, rotating light here. We turn that on. We will turn on our inverters and our generators. Now we also need to come down here and turn on our, we might get rid of that, turn on our fuel pumps down here. And our crossfeed, we'll turn that on. And also down here, our hydraulic booster pump. I need to turn that on. Beautiful cockpit. I really like this cockpit. Sure, it is not 100% study level, but it's got enough to really give you something to do, keep you busy, and make your life rather interesting. Now, I think we can start some engines. Let's have a look. Windscreen wipers over here. Reset. Let's have a look. We'll see if we can start our right engine. Let's see what happens, eh? Oh yeah, we got rotation there. Really need to do some small regional flights in this plane. I really like it. So because you can go slow over the mountains and into the bush and around the place, and really appreciate the beauty of the scenery in the small planes in Flight Sim 2020, rather than up 20,000 feet in a Boeing 737. Okay, so that one is looking beautiful. Let's start our left engine. Okay, here we go. We got 2 engines going. So that is good. Not sure what I did wrong there. Okay, we need to turn our engine starters off. Otherwise, we will lose power later on in the piece, which will be a bit of a nightmare. Okay, so we need some lights. We turn our taxi lights on. Anti-collision lights. We'll keep those on. Cockpit lights. No, we don't need those. I think everything is okay here. Let's go down here and we will turn on our pad, and we will come up here and we will remove wheel chocks. Wheel chocks are removed, so that is good. That is good. So we don't need that. I think we are ready to go. Like I said, we're not doing much today. We're not doing much with the autopilot or the avionics. We're just going to manually fly. We're going to do a bit of dead reckoning, flying around the city, just sightseeing. But on some future videos, we'll delve into this a bit deeper. We'll use our GPS, we'll use our autopilot and all sorts of things. But for today, we're just doing a little sightseeing trip. So I think we're ready to go. We can start taxi. We can take off our brake, and we will head out to the active runway here. Not worrying too much about correct procedures today. We're just going to get up and flying and check out this new scenery of Chicago that I downloaded from the marketplace. So it's a little Jet In Airways city sightseeing tour. That's basically what it is, guys. A little sightseeing tour. Okay, so let's bring the throttles up. Keeps pulling to the left. I don't know why. I think it did on my last video as well. If you guys can shed some light on that, that would be brilliant. Why this plane is always pulling to the left when I'm taxiing and heading off down the runway. It is just, it's terrible. It's shocking. Very hard to sort of control or maneuver. There we go. Gear up. But look at that scenery. This scenery is incredible. The airport, Midway, Chicago. We've also got O'Hara International Airport over there that we will see a little bit later maybe. But at the moment we're just going to be heading over to the CBD and checking out Chicago City. Chicago downtown district, basically. Right, I'm going to use my trim just to try and keep the the plane steady as we climb out. I don't want to go too high. I don't want to be up, you know, 4,000 feet. We're here to see the scenery. So I'll use my trim just to sort of keep it around about here. Would be quite nice, so we can really eyeball those beautiful big skyscrapers and buildings over there in the business district. Can bring my throttle down just a little bit. Very smooth to fly. Once you've taken off and you've got off the tarmac, it is very, very smooth to handle and control. You can fly it without putting the autopilot on. You can just manually fly it, and it is just lovely to fly. There we go. Look at that scenery. It's going to be interesting, but we've got every factory, every house, every residential building. Now there's O'Hara International Airport straight over there. That huge massive tarmac area is O'Hara International. We'll have a look at that a bit later on. But we're heading over now. Now the frame rate is just amazing. It is beautiful. We are down so low, and we've got everything. All the buildings, the parks. See, there's the parks down there. We've got the football stadium. You'll see a little bit later on. But the frame rate is just beautiful. It really is. Right, let's head over here. And I'm just saying, I must do this more often. Do a bit of low and slow flying, and just do some little city tours or country tours in the small planes, or some very small mountain regional flights maybe for Jet and Airways, and just enjoy the scenery. I mean, that's what Flight Simulator 2020 is famous for, the quality of its scenery, its eye candy, and of course the authenticity of its scenery as well. Every hill, every mountain, every tree, every building, this is what it's famous for. So I should be doing more of this, a bit of low flying and just taking some time to smell the flowers, and just taking in the sights, because I tell you, it is incredible. Now I downloaded this Chicago scenery from the marketplace. Not expensive at all, and I sort of decided, rather than spending money on X-Plane at the moment, I would just invest a little bit of money into Flight Simulator 2020. Since it does not seem to block up the computer or the game, it seems to be as smooth as ice. So I thought, why not? Especially in the areas where I have hubs for Jet and Airways. I'm not going to do every area or every city or airport, but where I'm operating Jet and Airways, why not enjoy this amazing scenery? Now look at that. Oh my giddy. And the frame rate. This is beautiful, guys. There's no pop-ups, there's nothing, no scenery popping up. It's just all there, and it's all smooth. There's no glitches, there's no freeze frames or jittering, nothing. Smooth as ice. Look at that. Look at that. This is what Microsoft Flight Simulator is famous for. X-Plane can never, not in its current state, come anywhere near to this. The smoothness of the graphics, the detail, and of course, you know, the buildings that you can see are actually there. There's a cruise boat down there. The buildings you can actually see are actually real. They're actually part of Chicago. So when you're doing a sightseeing trip, you really are doing an actual sightseeing trip. Look at the park down there and those monuments. Now there's a football stadium over there. Looks like there's a few trees in there. Looks like the groundsmen are on holiday or something, so that doesn't look too good. But look at the smoothness as we fly over these skyscrapers. We can't get any more smooth than that, guys. It must be close to 60 frames per second as I fly over those skyscrapers. That is unbelievable. Look at the motorway down here. Wow. Just wow. The holiday makers and the tourists who are in Chicago at the moment have paid good money for this little city tour, this little scoot around to see Chicago from the air. And man, they are getting their money's worth, because that just is phenomenal. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get around here and we're going to put it on night setting so we can see all the lights of Chicago and those beautiful buildings. And let's just have a look at and see what it looks like at night, shall we? Okay, so I'll put it on pause. I'll come up here and I will change the time of day. Bring it down to sort of dusk for a start. Here's dusk. And there we go. Oh my God, look at the sun setting over there. I've got to concentrate on keeping this plane straight and up, because it's so easy to get distracted just enjoying the scenery. There's the sun going down on the horizon. Let's come around over here. Wow, look at the reflections on this plane. The reflections on the plane are just phenomenal. There's some big buildings down there. Some, what does that say? United Center. A big facility there, maybe a sports center. Okay, let's go over the city one more time, just to take in all those city lights, the skyscrapers. And then we'll head back to Midway and we'll land. And I would say our customers have had pretty good value for money. But I'm just blown away by the frame rate of this. It just is so beautiful. Look at that. Can any simulator on the market at the moment match this? Got to take a photo of that, guys. Look at these buildings all lit up. Wow. Okay, so let's pause it there and we'll put it on completely dark, so we're really into the night now. Okay, let's have a look at that. Whoa! Woohoo! Isn't that amazing? Can any simulator on the market come anywhere near close to this? And for authenticity as well of that scenery. It's not just painted scenery, guys. That is incredible. Look at the monument down there, all lit up at night. The boats there all tied up. That is breathtaking. Just breathtaking. Now, if you want the scenery, it is available on the marketplace. I think I paid $26. I can't remember. Not expensive at all, but boy, look at the detail and the effects you have. Look at the stars and the sky, the Milky Way. I'm sure I can see the Milky Way over there. Just beautiful. And to do some night tours, maybe for Jet and Airways, we could do some night tours. can certainly do some small regional night trips, and a few sightseeing trips, a few more sightseeing trips around some cities or countries. But it's really something that I want to add into Jet In Airways, because it is just breathtaking for me, and it's breathtaking for our customers, I tell you. Okay, so there's Midway up ahead there. So we're going to head over there, and we're going to land. Okay, so I'm going to, could do a night landing and all that, but generally I don't like to travel much at night because my viewers can't really see much. So I usually like to have it on daytime settings so my viewers can actually see the simulator. Those night scenes are beautiful, but if you're watching it, you probably need to turn your lights down and have dim lights, or even in the dark, and then you'll see all those lights and the effects of the night lighting in its full glory. Okay, so watch this video on your computer with the lights turned off or your lights turned down dim, and you'll just see the breathtaking effects of that city. Just incredible. Okay, so I've got my wheels down now, and I'm coming in to land at Midway, Chicago. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. If you like these kind of videos, I will do some more, because I intend to upgrade my Microsoft Flight Simulator with some more big cities and sceneries, particularly around where Jet In Airways has its hubs. If you like this kind of video, I will do some more little city hops, city tours, and we'll just take in the beauty of the scenery in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Something different, rather than flying in 737s at 10 and 20,000 feet all the time. Now I'm a bit rusty. I haven't landed this plane for a bloody long time. It might be a bit hairy, guys, but don't worry, okay? The mission of this video is completed, to give you a tour of the Chicago scenery. So we've been successful on that. Not sure if I'll be successful at getting this plane down, but never mind. I just need more practice with this baby. Here we go. There we go. That was a bit of a rough landing, but we're down. We are down. And the passengers got their money's worth. In more ways than one. But I do need some more practice in this plane. That is 100% sure. So let's just get off the main runway here. And we will come to a stop. Put on our brake. And we are here. Now I don't know if I can't remember if did I put the replay mode on? Maybe I did. Oh, I didn't. Oh, damn it. We could have had another look at that rough landing or some of those night lights. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching a very short video, but very, very beautiful, very, very interesting. Let me know what you think. If you'd like to see more little short videos like this, I'm going to do some, because I think it is just, it's an eye-opener. It's an experience. It really is. If you want to fly for Jet In Airways, just load your favorite little plane, take up some little groups of people, and do some city tours or some scenic tours for Jet In Airways. And let's keep this little virtual airline buzzing. Oh, now the other announcement, guys, sorry, is I want to change the name of this channel to Jet In Virtual. Okay, the channel has evolved and basically into the Jet In Airways routes and trips and upgrades and all sorts of things. Basically the channel is about Jet In Airways, all the things we do, our trips, our routes, our planes, and all those kind of things. So I think it will give the airline a very strong image. It will give it a strong branding, if I actually name the channel Jet and Airways. So the airline will actually have its own channel rather than just being something that's featured on a simulator channel. The airline actually has its own channel, and that's the name that everyone will see whenever I make comments or whenever we do anything. People will see the name of the channel Jet in Virtual. So I'm going to change the name of the channel. If you see it in your favorites there, or the you see, what's that, Jet? And I don't remember subscribing to that. Well, it's SimNZ, and we're just changing the name. Okay, take care, guys. Keep safe. Hope you enjoyed that short but beautiful video, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers, over and out.